Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we have traveled to the Kansas Speedway for the Kansas 80. This is going to be race number 24 in the More Freedom series, season 5. And the points race is getting very close, so let's go through your current top 10. Your points leader is the 25 of JTM. Second's going to be the 13 of King of the Aces. Third will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Fourth will be the 96 of Nico. Fifth will be the 88 of NM. Sixth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Seventh will be the 00 of Mudbone. Eighth will be the 999 of Deviant. Ninth will be the 49 of Jetman. And rounding out top 10 will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Let's check in on your team and chassis standings. MBR leads the way. Aces to Z Motorsports second, Amish Buggy Racing third, Douche Motorsports fourth, and rounding out the top 5, G3 Motorsports. Chassis standings are Dodge, Chevy, and Toyota. That's a look at all things points here today for this Kansas 80. It's going to be I don't know. We'll see what kind of maybe high-speed affair it is here today. They're getting these cars dialed in, and I think it's about time, so let's go racing. As they get these cars fired up, let's go through your starting top 10 today. Starting on the pole will be the 710 Arati, and on his outside, the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Starting third will be the 23 of Fuller Than You, and on his outside, the 95 of Zed Brenna. Starting fifth will be the 11 of TC Roberts, and on his outside, the 666 of Pistol Pete. Starting seventh will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, and on his outside, the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Starting ninth will be the 777 of Seabass, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 96 of Nico. So let's look at your starting top 10 today for this Kansas 80 here at the Kansas Speedway. With his first pole of his career, we got the 710 Arati in the Red Wing shoes, sponsored Chevy out there in the front for Score Racing. He's going to have to contend with some wily veterans here in the form of formerly known wrecker, the 23 of Fuller Than You. I see 3 Aces to Z Motorsports drivers right there. The 23, the 95, and the 11. Not to mention the 3 of Geek Girl Games, former champion here in the series, former champion. The 3 of Geek Girl Games. We see that beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car ducking in. We're about to go green. We're waiting on the start of the fans. They're on their feet. They're going crazy. The green flag is out, and we are underway here for the Kansas 80. They're starting to line up single file. The 710 Arati out to a little bit of a lead right now, but the 23 of Fuller Than You already trying to make a pass going into 3 and 4 as we head down the backstretch. Still single file for the top spot between himself and the 23 of Fuller Than You is your leader, the 710 of Roddy here. We're going to see if he can lead lap number 1, and I believe he will. Let's bring up your timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top as we got a very close battle for the lead right now between the 23 and the 710. Don't want to break away from this just yet as we see the 11 of TC Roberts has moved into the 3rd position right there in front of the 3 of Geek Girl Games. I didn't even have a chance to go through the notables. Your points leader starting way back in, I think, like 19th here today. So we're going to see what JTM can do. As still very, very close for the top position between the 710 and the 23. Let's jump back and check out what's happening back here in the back of the pack as we see last week's winner, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing, now working herself up into the top 10 right there in front of the 77 of Zip. Looks like Zip's going to work underneath her here. As we see Zip working down to the bottom of the track right now underneath the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. So Liz about to lose that. She will lose that spot right there as the low line here at Kansas definitely going to be the faster way around as we're going to see if she can work to the bottom of the track. So Liz is going to stay currently in the 7th position. She started today in the 13th, so she's basically knocked half the... she moved up halfway to the front as we see now your leader on the track is... the 23 of Fuller Than You, so he is able to make that pass. Looks like that might have been draft aided right there with the help of the 11 of TC Roberts. So Fuller are already out to a several car length lead over the pole sitter, the 710 Arati. Aces to Zed Motorsports looking really strong so far here in the early going with the 23, the 11, and we'll check in and we'll see where the 95 has actually fallen back quite a bit, all the way back to 28th. So I'm not sure what happened with Zed, but he has fallen all the way to the back of the pack, right? Well, almost to the back of the pack, all the way back to, he's actually moved back to 30th now. So some issues with that 95 is Zed Brunna as we see him work to the bottom of the track underneath the 42 of Mel Say What. We do see our points leader, the 25 of JTM up there, running in this pack. JTM currently running in the 23rd position here. But your pole sitter, the 95 of Zed Brunna, has fallen way to the back as we see JTM also trying to work with his teammate, the 51 of AJM here down the backstretch as we got 3 wide into the turn with the 356, the 47, and the 33. Watching the battles on the track here as we will work up towards the front of the field. See what's happening. There is your second place in points. The 13 of King of the Aces now up to the 10th position. Back here to the front of the field, Roddy is not letting Fuller get too far ahead as it's about just 2 or 3 car lengths right now, but separating the 23 of Fuller Than You and the 710 of Roddy. Knocking off another lap here. Fuller has now led 4, maybe 5 laps so far. That is the 5th lap led for that 23 of Fuller Than You. We now see the 777 of Seabass, up to the 3rd position. So Seabass working up into the 3rd position as we see the 77 of Zip and the 3 of Geek Girl Games now working on that 11 of TC Roberts here. G3 and Zip down to the bottom of the track. Into 1 and 2 they go. G3 on the bottom. She is working underneath that 11 of TC Roberts, off the gas just a hair, but I don't think that's going to matter. I think she's going to be able to make this pass here on the 11 of TC Roberts, possibly. Oh, we see the 77 of Zip making it 3 wide with the 3 and the 11. So that little bobble by the 3 of Geek Girl Games opens the door for the 77 of Zip and the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile to get around both her and the 11 of TC Roberts, as we see the 14 of Liz has nothing moving up as well. Here comes the 20 of Adam B5000 trying to work underneath the 11 of TC Roberts and the 34 of Super Snake. Battle on the track right now for, it looks like that battle's kind of winding down there as Fuller is still out to a couple car length lead here over the 710 of Roddy and the 777 of Seabass. Seabass Fuller currently running 6th in points. Roddy has fallen out of the top 10, back to 13th so far right now. The 777 of Seabass currently running, back at 29th in points. He is definitely looking for a good day here today in the More Freedom Series. Move up in the points. That's the name of the game here. Seabass, no wins on the year. Actually, I don't believe any wins for any of these top 3 drivers as we see the 777 of Seabass working underneath the 710 of Roddy right now off of 2. Down the backstretch they go. Seabass with a little bit of he's going to be able to pull off this pass, I do believe here. This 2 wide racing for the 2nd position is allowing the 23 of Fuller Than You to put up a huge gap right now on both these drivers. So about half a turn separating the 777 and the 23 as the 77. There's so many 7s up here at the front of the field. We got the 77 of Zip, the 710 of Roddy, the 777 of Seabass. So Zip now up to the 4th position, started today's race back in 15th. So a good car today for that 77 of Zip. He has fallen way back to 18th in the points. Rookie here on the season, I believe was leading the points for quite a while. Zip does have one win under his belt this season. That was actually a couple races ago, I do believe. Might have been Las Vegas or something like that. Maybe California. But just in the recent past, he was able to win a race. As we see the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. I thought she was going to make a move down to the inside of the 3 of Geek Girl Games here. As we see Roddy trying to work underneath the 777 of Seabass. Seabass with a run on the outside there, able to keep his position. He is going to try to make a run up to the bumper of the 23 of Fuller Than You. Fuller currently up by almost 1 entire second right now over the 777. I am checking in on that 95 of Zed Brunna. He is now back up to the 21st position. Your points leader falling back to 30th right now. So Liz now down to the inside of the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Well, she can get it done off of turn 2. A little bit of a slow up, it felt like, for the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Still working underneath the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Last week's winner, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. She is going to be able to make this pass. So we're going to see if, hey, maybe that car for Score Racing is coming alive. Actually, both those. We're going to check in on their car owner. The 10 of Scooter is currently running 22nd. So the 14 and the 710 both working up here to the front of the. I mean, obviously Roddy started on the pole, and Liz is now up to the 5th position. So good run so far for both of those cars for Score Racing as we're working lap number. We're starting lap number 19 right now. So I would venture to say in the next lap or two, we're going to start seeing pit stops here at Kansas. Follow along with your leader right here, the 23 of Fuller Than You, as he's working down into 3 and 4. Just knocking off the laps here is that Corsair Toyota for Aces DZ Motorsports. Knocks down another lap. It's going to have led 16 on the day. So coming from the 3rd position is this 23 of Fuller Than You, has led the most laps so far. 54 laps of hopefully green flag action here today at Kansas. Current fastest lap on the day is by the 777 of Seabass at 177.977. So many sevens right there as we're going to follow along the 23 of Fuller Than You. Your leader is coming into the pits for his first pit stop of the day here on lap number 20. So doing some math there, it's going to be at least a 2 pit stop race. Yeah, it should be 2 pit stops. They should stop again about lap 40 to 45. So all the way down, basically almost to the end of pit road, is a 23 of Fuller Than You. He's into his pits. Right side tires going on that Corsair Toyota for Aces DZ Motorsports. We see his teammate, the 11 of TC Roberts, in for service as well. Right side tires on for him. Left side's on for the 23 of Fuller Than You. Seabass down on the way. 77 of Zip down and away. Seabass with a good run. He is not going to be able to pull to make the pass there on the 23 of Fuller Than You out of the pits. So far, good stop for the 23 of Fuller Than You and the 777 of Seabass. We're going to see if Roddy is into the pits. We'll jump through this pit road as we see so many drivers out here on the pit road. And we do see the 710 of Roddy is out of the pits. So he comes out right there in front of his wife. The 14 of Liz Has Nothing. They're going to drag race, but your leader on the track, I think, going to retain his lead is the 23 of Fuller Than You. So not sure if anybody else took over that lead, but that's going to be a huge lead, I feel like, for Roddy here, as we see possibly the 07 of Douchebaggins into the top 10 right now. DB having a rough go this season, currently running 37th in the points. Actually leading the points in the IROC series is at 07 of Douchebaggins. Looks like we have all the standings are updated almost. So we'll go through who probably your current top 10 right now. Your leader still that 23 of Fuller Than You. Second's going to be the 777 of Seabass. Third will be the 77 of Zip. Fourth will be the 710 of Roddy. Fifth will be the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Fifth will be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Sixth will be the new Proud Papa, the 34 of Super Snake. Seventh will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Eighth will be the 20 of Adam B 5000. Ninth will be the 799 of Mike Check. And rounding out top 10 will be the 13 of King of the Aces. He might be in 11th. I don't know. I probably miscounted somewhere. But the points leader, the 25 JTM, all the way back in 35th. So rough day for your points leader here today. Those team standings, however, are going to be, I think, also a shakeup here today, as currently Amish Buggy Racing has 3 drivers in the top 10, none for MBR. Aces to Z Motorsports has 2 drivers currently in the top 10. So it could be a huge shakeup in points in both the team and chassis standings, as Fuller still leads away here at Kansas. We'll go back through the back of the pack here, see what's going on as we see the 00 Mudbone in a place that he normally starts a race. Back here in the back of the pack, currently running way back here. He actually started today's race 18th, so again, frustrating day, I'm sure, for the 00 Mudbone, who runs 7th in the points right now. And we see our points leader, 25 at JTM, falling all the way back as well. So a rough day for a couple of the top 10 runners, the 25 and the 00, as well as the 29, falling all the way back to the back of the pack here, as we see the 42 of Mel Say What trying to work down to the inside, the 29 of Wishbone Attack. So just a rough go here for, I think, maybe not a Dodge day here in the More Freedom Series. We'll keep working up. We'll keep checking in, as Seabass actually is getting really close right now. He's to the back bumper of the 23 of Fuller Than You. He's working down to the inside right now. So Seabass working underneath that 23 of Fuller Than You, looking for win number 1 of the season here today. He is going to take over the lead right there at the stripe from the 23 of Fuller Than You. So Fuller back to the second position. Seabass taking over the lead here with his teammate, the 77 of Zip, working up to the back bumper of the 23. So the top 3 nose to tail basically right now here on lap number 29. Probably lap number 30, actually, as they cross the stripe. So Seabass out to the lead. I believe your leader at halfway will have been the 23 of Fuller Than You. So Paulf is in for 5 extra bonus points. And if he can hang out, keep that 22 laps led, he might actually get 15 bonus points here today. I mean, he's definitely looking for a win. He definitely needs it. Currently running again 6th in the points. Definitely needs that win, but the 77 of Zip trying to play spoiler to that. Almost works underneath him across the front stretch. But they are currently down to the end of 1 and 2. Working down the backstretch they go. The 23 of Fuller Than You. Down, it's still in the second position. Seabass barely leading right now as we work towards our second pit stop of the day, coming in about 9, maybe 10 laps. I don't think we're going to have any issues as we work towards the pit stops of there being any question if anybody's going to make it. So everybody went 20 laps. We'll hit it on lap 40-ish. And then only 14 laps to go after that, so there's not going to be any question, I would think, on pit strategy here, other than maybe somebody taking 2 tires and fuel, but you're already filling it up all the way, so you might as well put on all 4 tires. I don't know if they can get the gas in all the way before they could change all 4 tires here, but 77 of Zip's going to have to play a little bit of blocker here to the 23 of Fuller Than You. If that Twix dodged Seabass for Amish Buggy Racing, the car owner of Amish Buggy Racing, is going to be able to pull off this win. So not able to pass just yet is the 77 of Zip. We'll jump back here. Roddy's still in a position. He's still in a position here. He's still running in the 4th spot. He is going to get some bonus points here today. Hopefully that might move him into the top 10. I don't know. We've got some people falling all the way to the back of the pack. So JTM, Wishbone Attack, Mudbone all the way back 37th, 38th, and 39th. That's not going to knock JTM or Mudbone out of the top 10. It may knock Wishbone Attack out of the top 10 here, but we see Zip down to the inside of that 23 of Fuller Than You. Down to the bottom of the track is Zip's teammate, Seabass. So Seabass may have helped Zip just a little bit as they run down the backstretch here. 2 wide racing for the 2nd position. The 77 of Zip on the bottom, the 23 of Fuller Than You to the top of the track. Fuller has made a turnaround this season. I don't believe he has been involved in crashing anyone so far this year. That may change this race. We don't know yet. The race isn't over. So Zip still working the high line there. He definitely has a little bit better car right now as Seabass pulls away by a second or 2. So Zip is out to the lead, Seabass out to the lead. Zip's in second. Third's going to be the 23. Checking back through the field, and most everybody's staying in the same spot so far. What happened to the 3 of Geek Girl Games? She has fallen all the way back to 16th here today. You see the 96 of Nico into the 12th position. 11th could possibly be the points leader again. He was down, he was down about 50 points to JTM, so it's going to be pretty darn close, I would think. JTM's going to need a lot of help here at the end of this race. He is up to the 35th position right now in front of Pistol Pete, so jump back up to the front of the field, see if anything has changed other than Zip now catching up to his teammate and car owner. 777 of Seabass. Again, we're within the pit window right now for everybody to make it all the way to the end of this race. Nobody has elected to get onto pit road that I can see from the status on their track. We'll keep an eye on that. Get a different view of the track here as they work around the Kansas Speedway. See all the campers camping around the outside and the inside of the track here at Kansas. Big camping deal here at Kansas. If you're ever in the area, you want to get in on it. They have a lot of camping going on here for the race. So battle between the 777 and the 77 right now for the lead of this race. I'm not sure if Seabass might just let him go here. A little bit of checkup by the 77 of Zip. Might be good for Paul Freight here. Paul making a run to the back bumper of the 777. This might put Seabass first to third here. Again, we're within the pit road window right now to make it to the end of this race as we cross lap number 41, I do believe. Still the most laps led on the day is by the 23 of Fuller Than You, as we see the 710 of Roddy poking his nose into the picture here. So Roddy, with that 2-wide battle between the 777 and the 77 and the 23, has now managed to catch back up, as we do see For the final time coming into the pits, the 77 of Zip, the 777 of Seabass, and the 23 of Fuller Than You. Also see the 07 and the 11 ducking in here. We're going to see what kind of pit strategy Amish Buggy Racing has for their two lead drivers, the 777 and the 77. We'll watch this Oscar Mayer Wienermobile as service is being done on the 77 of Zip. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop here today for the 77. That fuel is going in. They're not going to have to put in both cans of fuel, so he can be down and away right now, get ready to go. Hammered down as his teammate, the 666, comes in. The 777 is out. So Zip is going to move in front of Seabass here. We'll see who took over the lead of this race. As we're watching the 77 of Zip working around this track here. There's a 999 of Deviant, the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. You never can tell when it comes to pit stops here in the More Freedom Series. Shenanigans can come into play, if you know what I mean. Things can happen. So Zip is now probably going to be your leader by a significant portion, I feel like. 29 and the 25 are both in. Down the backstretch goes the 77 of Zip. So the 710 of Roddy's still the leader. We'll catch up to, we'll see where Roddy's at right now. He has got final service going on that car. He's down and away. But I think your leader on the track's going to be this 77 of Zip. We'll see who's in front of him right now, the 38 of Baseman. Keep an eye on him here. Wait for that timing and scoring to update all the way. There's a lot of 7s up here at the front. The 07, the 777, and the 77. Maybe a day for the number 7, I think. Fastest lap on the day by the 799 of Mike Check at 187.177. So many 7s happening right now on the track. Your leader is the 77 of Zip, looking for win number 2 of his career, his fledgling career here in the More Freedom Series. Currently running 18th in the points, looking for win number 2. He is currently up by about 1.4 seconds over second place, the 777 of Seabass. Third is going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Fourth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Garrett coming all the way from the 37th position up into the top 5 right now. Excuse me. And the 5th position will be 34 Super Snake. 6th will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. 7th will be the 11 of TC Roberts. 8th will be the 20 of Adam B 5000. 9th will be the 799 of Mike Check. And rounding out your top 10, newcomer to the top 10, the 47 of Dash. So Dash now into the top 10. We haven't talked about Dash very much over the course of the last few races. I know he has been very disappointed with some of his finishing spots in the last few races. He has fallen back to, let's see where he is in the points. He's fallen back to 24th in the points here this season, and I know that he has had bigger expectations for his car, has been involved in cautions and wrecks that not of his fault at all. But still battling here in his rookie season in the More Freedom Series. Worked himself from, and I mean, you have to say it, he started today's race in the 35th position, has worked himself up to the top 10 now. He's going to have to fight right here with the 420 of Queen of Hearts, as we see the 710 of Roddy has fallen out of the top 10. We'll check in on the 13 of King of the Aces running 17th, and the 25 of JTM still running way back in the 37th position. So 25, 29 may fall out of the top 10. 666 of Pistol Pete currently running in the last spot here today. But later on the track, 77 of Zip Currently up by 1.3 seconds over his teammate, the 777 of Seabass. So that Oscar Mayer Wienermobile coming up from, where did I say he started at today? He's 15th. Up to the top spot here today. The 14 of Liz Has Nothing has fallen way back. It has fallen not way back, but she's fallen back to the 15th position as of late here in the race, as we saw her up in the top 10 early. So Zip is trying for win number 2 here today. He might be cruising right now with 4 laps to go. He lost about 1/10 of a second right there to the 777, but I don't know that Seabass and DB can hook up, get and catch the 77 with just a couple laps, like 4 laps to go here. There's such a gap between the 777 and the 07 that I don't think they're going to be able to get that draft going to catch up to the 77. So it's a sevens day here today at Kansas. We see the 77, the 07, the 777, the 799, the 47, all in the top 10 right now. We just need to get the 710 Arati up to 10th. We'll have like all the 7s except for the 72 of Duchess in the top 10. So watch him knock down one more lap here. Is that 77 of Zip? We'll keep an eye on the field as they drive underneath the flag stand here at Kansas. Way back here in the back of the pack, we're gonna finally catch up to the 25 of JTM, 29 of Wishbone Attack right there. So coming off of the turn, coming down, taking the white flag, one more lap to go for the 77 of Zip, working on win number 2 of his fresh career here in the More Freedom Series. Rookie to Amish Buggy Racing. That Oscar Mayer Wienermobile has really been good this season, even though he's fallen back in the points, back to 18th. He has actually been pretty decent all year this year. He works off of turn 4 for the final time, coming down to the front stretch. Your winner here today for the Kansas 80, the 77 of Zip. So working up from the 15th position here today, he's going to pull out the win over his teammate, the 777 of Seabass. It's going to be a great day for Amish Buggy Racing with the 77, the 777, the 34, all in the top 10 here today. Oh, and the 660. So 4 drivers for Amish Buggy Racing in the top 10. I mean, that could almost catapult them, and that may actually catapult them to the lead of the team standings. But let's go through your finishing order. Your winner again is the 77 of Zip. Second's going to be the 777 of Seabass. Third will be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Fourth will be the Proud Papa, the 34 of Super Snake. Fifth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Sixth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Seventh will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Eighth will be the 799 of Mike Check. Ninth will be the 47 of Zip. Or I'm sorry, the 47 of Dash. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Wow. Great race here today for Amish Buggy Racing. They had it underneath the hood and on the track. They got their setups here today. Next week, we head back to the East Coast. We're heading back to Atlanta for the Atlanta 75. That's going to be a high-speed affair at Atlanta. Should be an amazing race next week. Let's check in on your current points. I think we're going to see some shakeups here in your point standings for the top 10. You're seeing those on the screen. Let's also check in on those team and chassis standings. I think haven't seen them yet, but Amish Buggy Racing could be leading the points here for the team standings, and I'm sure Dodge is still leading for the chassis. They had 2 drivers finishing up there. They have a huge lead there in the chassis standings. So that's going to do it today for us here at Kansas. Congratulations again to your winner, the rookie in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, the 77 of Zip. He put on a great show here today. Led 12 laps and pulled out his second win, coming all the way from the 15th position. Had an amazing car underneath him. Again, Amish Buggy Racing had a great package on their cars this week, and it showed having 4 of their 6 drivers in the top 10 today. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Amish Buggy Racing, and until next week at Atlanta for the Atlanta 75. Take care.